Music videos can either be one of two things. It can be a dance-centered video, or it can be a story-driven narrative, with the song setting up the mood of the story. Story-driven music videos can further draw in listeners and can enhance the listening experience as it tries to work together with the song in order to touch the emotions of the audience. They are able to tell small contained stories, which are usually just as long as the song's running time. They don't usually form connecting stories when it comes to music videos, especially here in K-pop, but DG short for Digital Pedicure, were able to do something different for LOONA, as they were able to connect the story of one music video to the next. Enter the LOONAverse. DG work for LOONA has great cinematography and some great editing, which was actually able to turn simple dancing music videos into something a bit more interesting to watch. Besides being your typical music video, they were also able to show how each story is connected to one another, all in just a short runtime of the usual 3 to 4 minutes. Their style of editing really depends on what kind of song they're doing a music video for. When the drop first hit in Love Cherry Motion, the set featured a darker shade of purple and had some flashing lights in the background, fitting for a song with a hard beat drop. Heart Attack went for a slightly more comical feel for the music video, using some swooshing transitions and some hard cuts to emphasize Chu's movement. Very fitting for the brighter sound which Heart Attack has. Eclipse cuts between one scene to another, which continues what the initial scene has established, giving the music video a really nice flow, and it keeps the pacing up really well, which is why I think Eclipse turned a pretty boring set into a nice little background for the music video, thanks to the usage of red and the cuts which are really well balanced, which is why it doesn't really feel all that chaotic, but at the same time it doesn't feel stale. These cuts were also present in Singing in the Rain and their latest music video, Favorite, which is just fitting considering how both of those do have a much faster pacing than Eclipse. They do a great job when it comes to utilizing cuts in order to make a simple dance video interesting. They use it in a way that it doesn't distract the viewer from what they are watching, and instead, it helps in keeping them interested because of how well they do the cuts, which, like I said, creates a nice flow, thus keeping the attention of the audience refreshed, rather than making them feel distracted. Now let's talk about the aesthetics of their music videos. Most of their videos has this fantasy-like feeling to the overall aesthetics of each music video, and, to a point, it kinda takes the audience out of reality and is what makes the LOONAverse unique, along with their amazing use of colors in the videos. 1/3's music videos uses a much lighter color palette and looks softer compared to the videos for the other subunits. It gives this nice, dreamy look and feel to their music videos, which really fits in well with most of their songs, which really feels like they came out of a fantasy movie. The music video for Every Day I Love You and Rain 51dB did go for that retro aesthetic, which I think they did perfectly. The overblown highlights and that VHS screen effect and the chromatic aberration in Rain 51dB were key to getting that perfect retro look that they were going for. The use of black and white in Sweet Crazy Love helps a lot in supporting the fact that the video serves as a prequel to the Odd Eye Circle story arc. The music video for Egoist had the darkest color palette, aside from Sweet Crazy Love of course. Like I said, their style of editing really depends on the song. It is only fitting that a dark song gets a pretty dark looking music video. Definitely a great way to end the series of solo music videos. Let's look at their works as regular music videos next. Like I said, some of them do feel like your typical K-pop music video. Yeonjin's Kiss Later is set inside a typical box set, and the aesthetics don't really feel all that different from other K-pop music videos that were released at the time. The Carol fully embraces the fact that it's a Christmas song, so the music video isn't really anything much despite being shot in another country. Other than that, The other thing that makes me feel like their videos aren't all story is how well they balance between the choreography of the song and the story they're trying to tell in each video. They don't need to cut it in the middle of the song in order to show a piece of the plot, nor do they fill the entire music video with the plot only, leaving no space for some dancing shots. They don't do excessive cutting to some vague imagery, which might ruin the viewing experience either. I do want to mention though, they did do something similar to cutting the song in the video for Sweet Crazy Love, although it's really a short cut and it fits in really well with just how the LOONAverse seems to like being vague. A good rule when it comes to storytelling in movies is to show, don't tell. And they do quite a good job at that when it comes to their music videos. Like I said, the LOONAverse does have a habit of being vague about certain things. These are just simple music videos, yet they make the audience ask questions as to how is this certain music video related to another music video. Thanks to the use of imagery, which further deepens the lore by simply showing one item, character, or scene from one music video to another. Look at how they show a part of Eclipse at the end of Sweet Crazy Love's video. It heavily implies that Eclipse is the first chapter in the Odd Eye Circle story. Another good example is the plot for Heart Attack. It revolves around Chu imitating Eves, and I really like how they were able to portray that clearly by showing how Chu is trying to stalk Eves, and there's even a few scenes which are clear references from the music video New. I really love the apple references in the Heart Attack music video, such as that big apple in the room being a reference to a painting drawn by an artist with apples as a recurring theme in his works. And that book that Eves was reading was a really good reference to the fact that Chu's animal is a penguin. And funny thing is, the book is written by an author with Apple in their name, and the book was published by Penguin Books. You guys see the connection there? Most of the time, fans would play a music video over and over again, either to see their biases or because of the dance. And while LOONA music videos do have the same appeal, the fact that there's actually a story going around their videos makes the replay value even better, because this story isn't something that you watch unfold itself, but rather, the audience has to guess as to what exactly is going on. There's a reason why there's a lot of different theories going around, and that is because of how open their music videos are to different interpretations, although at this point, some parts of the story are already figured out by the fans. Story-driven music videos aren't entirely new to K-pop. Tiara has made a few drama music videos, and BTS's Euphoria also kinda falls under the artsy genre, which LOONA's music videos also kinda fall into. But the thing that makes LOONA's music videos stand out is how each music video is mostly just 3 to 4 minutes long, yet they pack in quite a few things, which encourages the audience to go back and look for these small details in order to make out what the real story is. This just goes to show how creative one can get when it comes to telling a story in a short 3-minute music video. The reason why I decided to tackle LOONA's music videos is because they have a special charm to them. As someone who enjoys watching movies, I really like it when a scene in a movie has a deeper meaning than what is being showed, and Digipedi was able to bring that aspect onto short music videos. Despite Favorite being your typical dance video, I really hope they go back and continue the story. The latest YY by Y teaser was beautifully shot, and I expect more videos like that to come from LOONA.
There's a lot of things that I wanted to talk about regarding LOONA's music videos that I unfortunately wasn't able to touch on in this video, since it is about LOONA's videography as a whole. So maybe sooner in the future I will go back and make maybe separate videos on each of their music videos. Anyways, thank you guys for watching.